Mayhems, but I don't think anyone expected to see it in winners today.
Ned versus Zinoto.
This was the grand finals of the last Midwest Mayhem 7, and it was the winners finals of Midwest Mayhem 5, I would say.
And now we are in winners semifinals, so you have to go through each winners round, right? At least once. Here at Midwest Mayhem 8.
Zero, recently anointed to Team Evil Geniuses, throwing their hat in the ring into Smash for Wii U with their first pickup. And he's looking to make a run of winners finals here to make his team proud. And Ned, unsponsored, looking to maybe make a statement of his own. How long can you stay unsponsored after you take a win on the best player in the world, Vicky?
You know what? I feel like it depends. It varies on how picky the player is itself.
That's true.
Sponsors are, very important for players that have so much potential. But fighting another Diddy, not just any Diddy, but Zinoto, it's the caliber that he is, arguably probably the second best Diddy to exist right now.
But Ned, very happy about how he's playing versus Diddy Kong today. Of course, taking the big win on Zero. He's taken wins on Zinoto in the past, very famously at Midwest Mayhem Saga and Midwest Mayhem 7. And right now, he's starting to get a really good advantage state going. But here comes Zinoto looking for a grab, gets stuffed. Ned's movement just not predictable at all here for Zinoto. Waiting out this banana. Ned does not want to mess.
Zinoto just playing as patient as possible. He does not want to overcommit when Ned has fully charged limit because of that. But fantastic DI for Zinoto. That's not going to be taking the stock yet.
No, that was a great mind game here by Ned because Ned almost never uses Blade Beam. Blade Beam is such a rare option for Ned to pick. He thinks he's very vocally stated he does not think that Blade Beam is a very excellent move. And we saw 110% didn't kill. That forward tilt going to seal the deal. Ned looking very sharp here, game one, keeping Zinoto on the back foot with very interesting options.
And already just pressuring him mentally with holding limit. That's all he needs right now. That we saw the first stock, he was able to get that roll rate because of he straight up looked at him and said, "What are you going to do?"
When talking about the Cloud meta at the top level, I like to describe Cloud somewhere on the scale of Mewtwo King to Ned as far as holding your limit. Ned will hold his limit as long as possible and just use the movement buffs, use all the assorted buffs that Cloud gets. Oh, but that neutraler gets spaced out brilliantly here by Zinoto.
Yeah, that was a great spaced kill option from Zinoto, recognizing that Nair was just not going to clip him.
Ned jumping over that monkey flip, using these empty hops to try and bait these options from Zinoto. Gets the grab. Up throw. Good damage coming out.
Tries to catch him in the air with that up air. Zinoto maneuvering himself very well around the stage, making sure he does not get anti-aired like that.
And Ned using that cross/1 to help delay his recovery and time the shorten on your climb hazard. It makes it very much easier to set off to put your opponent off guard on your timing on recovery, and it's important to have every single tool in your pocket to recover as Cloud. Because Cloud's recovery is not amazing. In the meantime, Cloud has his limit back, and he's going to throw the monkey off stage, look for an edge guard opportunity.
He tries to mix it up with a forward tilt there, try to catch Zinoto off guard, but Zinoto was not going to have it. And I like these fade backs from Zinoto, actually. He's trying to space himself properly just in case Ned decides to approach. He has space enough to react to it.
They're dashing, both of them dashing back and forth, understanding the effective ranges of each character and saying, I dare you to throw out a move because I'm not going to be there by the time you throw it out.
Probably the literal definition of neutral.
Oh, yeah. Excellent neutral display from both of them. And, oh, getting the neutral get up there. Ned in a good spot. The back air does it. That is Chicago's own Ned on the board in game one.
He didn't even need to use limit. He was able to just close out the stock with back air with all that pressure on the ledge. Just holding limit itself was enough to pressure Zinoto on the ledge and to keep him there, basically. Zinoto was not trying to rule out all the options Ned had right there, and unfortunately it wasn't. It cost him the game.
We were talking about how Ned likes to hold that limit, as you mentioned just now. Ned used a limit move one time.
Yep.
It was that Blade Beam, and it didn't even kill. Ned found the kills without limit, but however, using that buff that's so effective, especially at this very high level of play. And oh my goodness, Ned opening up 40% on Zinoto.
He followed him from that tech roll with that down air, and he was able to capitalize so much off of it, straight into 40% so early into the game.
Ned, a very scary Cloud to have to face at any point in this bracket, and just challenging Zinoto with the dash attack. Keeps him at this ledge.
Will Ned be known as the Diddy Slayer for this tournament?
We'll have to see. There are still 3 in the bracket. One of them, Ned does have a pretty large advantage on, which is JJ Rockets, on paper, of course. I think this set between these two is more or less close to even.
Yes.
The Zinoto set's the Zero tilt is very tilted against Ned. However, he is on the board at the one that matters, the most recent one. Zinoto, though, looking very sharp right now at the outside of this game, too, but he eats that down air.
That was really interesting down air. He kind of stalled it, kind of holding it back on purpose so that way he could kind of space it better.
That landing neutral air poking almost like under the taxi platform.
It definitely looked like it poked underneath.
Zinoto did not expect that. Thought he could continue his edge guard. Ned living through that up smash. Again.
Oh, he tried to use his limit right there, and it did not come out, unfortunately, because Zinoto right there with a down tilt ready.
And Ned looking to edge guard. These neutral airs buying him so much mileage here at the ledge. And Ned reacting once again so brilliantly to these ledge get-up options. He is playing like a man possessed, but Zinoto does have the first stock. Ned needs to find that killing blow. And preferably doing it without spending limit.
Look at the spacing. This footsies. This is what I want to call footsies. Ned trying not to get a % on him until he gets Zinoto stock off.
And okay, looking for that jump get-up option. The forward tilt again coming in clutch here for Ned, only taking 7.
Oh, Zinoto tried to get his banana once again there.
Now, Ned, I've had many conversations with him because I end up driving him to all those out-of-state tournaments. He told me, I think the interview after Midwest Mayhem 7 when he won, that the reason he picked up Cloud is because he saw like this potential for movement. And we're seeing that certainly on display right now. Ned's movement is out of this world. Will he be forced to burn his limit? No, he sneaks onto the ledge.
Oh, he caught his jump there. Was not able to capitalize off of it.
And right now, oh, he could have punished that dash attack. Not going to find it, though. Oh, weird situation. Going to send Zinoto almost like down to the bottom magnifying glass.
Yeah, but he was able to mix it up to make it back. That was very scary. But Ned, oh my goodness, all this pressure from Nair on the ledge there. Can Zinoto make it back to the stage safely?
Oh, Ned was looking to react to a roll to the left, and it could have been fatal.
Ned's kind of throwing Zinoto from one side of the stage to the other.
But Zinoto gets to throw Ned now. And Ned going to play very conservatively, burn that limit to recover. Did not want to try to challenge Zinoto where he could eat his double jump.
Very safe way to use limit too. You know, that's why holding it sometimes could be so important. Could really make a difference whether you can keep your stock or not. But right here, he does not have it, and he's unable to make it back safely because of so. Zinoto catching up with the down smash on the ledge, and Zinoto's going to be taking game 2.
That was the best trade of Zinoto's life there when he down tilted and it hit, I think it hit Ned out of like the shorten of the climb.
Yeah, up B.
It bounced him just a little bit back, enough to confirm that Ned can't do the shorten a second time, sealing out the stock. And this might just be one of those sets. It's a Midwest Classic where we just play every single game on Smashville. We'll have to see. Game 3, tied 1 apiece. This is, no matter what happens, I'm sure this set's going to be a classic.
Absolutely. I mean, we're constantly seeing footsies from both these players. If anything, if I could describe how the set is turning out for both these players, I want to say neutral, straight. That's just one word to describe it, neutral. Both these players are trying to keep their footing onto the ground. Zinoto actually recognizing, oh my goodness.
Great patience from Ned in the face of death.
That caught my breath there. Ned was able to kind of hold back there, but still make it back to the ledge. Zinoto recognizing what he did differently the last game and said to himself, okay, so I'm just going to continuously keep you off stage and take advantage whenever you don't have limit.
Oh, Ned looking for that back air, just waiting so patiently on the ledge. Zinoto challenging at an unexpected time.
Playing catch here.
Ooh, good combo coming out. Neutral air to fair. Zinoto getting big damage and starting to mount a lead. Ned does not have to burn limit to burn that recovery. Oh, but
he burns limit anyway.
I don't know what option he chose there, but he's going to pay for it big time. That's Zinoto on the board.
That was deja vu from the last game. Zinoto really carrying on from this wave of momentum we got from seeing that down smash on the ledge once again.
That down smash on the ledge, one of the reasons Zero was known as like a Cloud Slayer. Like he would always beat Mewtwo King, he'd always beat Tweak's Cloud. Took Tweak's switching to Donkey Kong to take that set at K-Tar. But Ned, of course, the opposite. This Cloud that gets so much practice against Diddy. He's taking sets on Dyer, he's taking sets on Zinoto, taking sets on JJ.
Pivot grab there. Gonna keep Zinoto off stage.
Aggressive challenge.
Fantastic DI though, still living, holding onto his second stock.
Surprised that forward tilt didn't catch the neutral get up, must have just been barely off the mark, and Ned has that theory where if you just wait at a certain spacing, Diddy Kong will always monkey flip, challenges it, gets the forward tilt the second time.
Notice that Ned isn't pressing unnecessary buttons to kind of pressure Zinoto. He's not saying to himself, okay, if I try to imaginarily press all these buttons and scare him, maybe he will kind of back off. No, he's just holding on, being as patient as possible, and waiting for Zinoto to commit to something before he commits to something first.
Yeah, both these players understand the importance of just spacing via movement. Like the presence of having a move and having like the ability to press it is enough pressure that you don't actually have to press the button, and you can force a different option.
A better option at that.
Indeed. Ned gonna sneak onto the stage. He is behind a little bit in percent, but he has found advantage.
Oh, he wants to stock. Ned really wants to stock right there. He was looking for a cross slash opportunity, but did not want to waste it, knowing that he was probably not going to hit it.
Again, somehow sneaking under that down tilt. Ned's so good at just sneaking on the ledge, but this is forward smash on the ledge, and Ned can't sneak past that. That's a 2-1 lead for EG's newest player.
Yeah, on the left side there, I did see him. He went down for it, and he was holding on to limit, but he thought to himself, you know what, if this doesn't hit, I'm put into a very vulnerable position, and I do not want to risk that. So instead, he opted to go back into the stage and reset neutral.
Unfortunately, Ned finds himself down 2-1, and okay, the counter pick does come into play. This won't be a Smashville only set. We got Town and City coming in, and I've seen Ned do some really dirty things to Diddy Kongs on Town and City, to the tune of dare or up air to finishing touch confirms, even post-patch. And Zinoto is the victim of one of those at Midwest Mayhem 7, as well as at Midwest Mayhem Saga. So Ned is comfortable on this stage.
He does not want to relive that experience.
That confirm works with the way Ned is labbed on this. It works with rage from about like 40 to 55. And you can use it as a huge swing comeback factor if you find yourself down. And
that would definitely change the game.
In the meantime, we've got a long way to go before that confirm lands, and this limit's burnt defensively. Zinoto, he looks like he wants to finish this.
He does, but Ned, being as patient as possible, not using his jump, and trying to recover from below. This is the bad part of what we basically saw the last two games. Whenever Ned was off stage, Zinoto was just doing a fantastic job at keeping it off and closing both the stocks with down smash to clip his recovery.
All right, Ned, that dare does buy him a lot of space, and he needs that to get his limit back. That limit, this is about that percentage range where maybe a confirm like that can come into play. Ned knows those better than I, but that limit will be taken as soon as he gets it, and that is Zinoto on match point.
Yeah, off from a misspace downer, unfortunately, but you do not want to count Ned out just yet.
I'm looking for that downwards throw and banana. You can set that up into some really cheeky things like a dare, I think. You can do all sorts of weird stuff with banana down throw. We're seeing more and more players do that. We saw Rich Brown do that a little too. And that didn't work out from 2-0 versus JJ Rockets, but Ned here. Okay, he's
trying to find his way back into the stage with that limit. He's going to have to burn it, unfortunately. Zinoto applying so much pressure on Ned now. It's as if the entire momentum just shifted after he had managed to ledge guard him.
And, this is a tough spot to be in if you're a Ned fan, and he's going to wait it out, and Zinoto slams the door with the dare. That is a 3-1 victory for Michigan's maybe best player. We'll have to see. Zinoto moving on 3-1.
Zinoto, really strong presence right there. Ned playing really well, as patient as possible, but unfortunately, all that pressure that we saw off stage was he just couldn't do it. He just couldn't do it, unfortunately. And as Cloud, you're limited, and limited.
Nice. Nice.
You're limited to the options you could do if you don't have limit yourself, you know. And he had to burn it, and still it just was not enough. Zinoto applying so much pressure, looking very close to like Zero actually, very similar to how Zero ledge pressures his opponents, and that was really interesting to see.
And Zinoto has said in the past that he really wished he could ledge pressure